Welcome to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for this, the year of our Lord 2026. I'm the big dog Luke Williams. With me, as always, is.
Yeah, no.
You don't look the same.
Yeah, I got prettier.
Sounds like it. Voice change, too. Drop a couple octaves. Don't have a hairy face anymore. The professional sitting next to me, as well as Big Bad John and Sweet Tea in the house. How's everybody's Sunday?
It's a Sunday.
It is a Sunday.
It's going alright.
Yeah, see? Yeah, still here. Casey's not a sponsor.
Could be.
But it could be if the money's right.
Even if that money ain't right.
So, we're starting off the year of 2026 with a bunch of news for the Royal Rumble, a bunch of news that took place on Smackdown, a bunch of news took place on NXT, all from around facets around the wrestling world. But let's go ahead and get started. Hell, it's our top story. WWE and Netflix planning a crossover tomorrow night with the Raw Stranger Things crossover. There's a lot of stuff being talked about. The possibility of Chris Jericho showing up.
Only if he has this.
Possibility of a new champion. Braun Breaker and CM Punk have that world title match. Netflix has actually, in the U.S., now got all of the WrestleManias, all of the SummerSlams, most of the pay-per-views, everything have moved to Netflix now that the Peacock deal is over. Still not 100% sure where the NXT pay-per-views are going to go. I believe that they don't have WWE content. I can't imagine Peacock keeping NXT content too. So it's going to be real weird to see where they put the pay-per-views unless they transfer them all to ESPN or they make a deal with Netflix.
What about YouTube?
Well, that they wouldn't want to give the NXT pay-per-views away without charging.
Go to Disney.
You can't necessarily charge on YouTube.
True.
Disney is another option, but Disney just bought what was it, HBO Max?
Hulu.
Oh, that's right. Netflix bought HBO Max.
Yeah.
Which is interesting due to the fact that the Warner Brothers Discovery brand are the ones who run AEW shows on HBO Max. So it should be interesting to see where that falls. But anyone looking for pay-per-views, anything like that in the States, Netflix or YouTube are where you're going to have to go right now to see all of the old content. Of course, ESPN being where they house the main pay-per-views now, or if you're smart, any other way other than having to have the ESPN app.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit us with the next one. Pretty cool to see where we're going to go with Netflix. Speaking of Monday night, this was the first Monday Night Raw main event of 2025. Also the first main event of the first ever Raw on Netflix. CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Interesting that first Raw main event of 2026 is also CM Punk, but it's going to be against Braun Breaker. Now, that might not have actually been the case if Seth Rollins hadn't have gotten hurt. This could have been a rematch from a year withstanding what happened with Seth Rollins, what's happened with a lot of the injuries this year. Going to be a packed Raw.
I like that it's still somebody from within Rollins' circle.
Yeah. They not only are we going to get that title match, we're going to get women's tag team title match. We're going to get women's intercontinental title match. Becky Lynch challenging Maxine Dupree. As well as numerous other matches for Raw that have yet to been announced. Going to be a really packed card, I think. I think it should be pretty good. Should be interesting to see if CM Punk walks out as heavyweight champion or if we get a new champion to kick off the year. Going to be interesting. Tune in Monday night, Netflix, to check out the crossover. That's who I would fit. That's what I would figure, but I don't know if you want to do that this close to the to WrestleMania.
Right.
Or if you want to ride Punk for a little longer. Going to be interesting to see. Giggity. Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. We have. All right. So this is projected by a, I don't remember where I got this, but they projected what would be the best matches to pit against each other, Attitude Era versus Modern Era. Number one at the top, obviously, The Rock versus Roman Reigns is something that's been talked about for forever. We did get Steve Austin and Kevin Owens. That actually happened. Shawn Michaels and Seth Rollins would be pretty cool. Chad Gable and Kurt Angle. Hardy
Especially
Boys.
with the way Chad is now.
Yeah. Hardy Boys and the Usos, Triple H and McIntyre, and of course Braun Strowman and Kane. Out of all those matches, what one do you think would pull the most house?
Hardys and the Usos.
Big Bad John, you shaking your head? You in agreement?
I agree.
It would definitely be one I would want to see, but that we still have the possibility of seeing that.
Yep.
Michaels and Rollins would have been really good.
Yeah.
I would like to see the Olympics go at it.
Considering that Chad Gable is basically a carbon copy of what Angle's entire career was, really. It would be interesting to see where they would go with it for sure.
Him with the shush and him with the milk. Come on.
It would be interesting to see where we would go from there. You could build an entire year's story on something like that. Really put in the time to do so.
Right.
What do you think? Usos and so Usos that? Yeah, I think that would be
Old
the
school
consensus.
Usos, though.
You and them old school
I
Usos.
can't help it.
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad
I
John.
can't help it. I like good
This
wrestling.
is the evolution, Pokemon style of Javon Evans.
Oh,
Javon
wow.
Evans into Shane Strickland into Obafemi. It looks like it fits.
Yeah.
And it's just that I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I think that fits just perfectly where you would want it to fit. Go ahead and hit the next one, John. All right, so William Regal, after Piper Niven come out to talk about her neck injury and how they don't know if she's going to be able to be back ever again. So William Regal posted out this big post on Twitter that said, "I stay off here, but was alerted to something today that has alarmed me. I don't read any comments, so don't waste your time trying to argue or justify your very wrong opinion on this. I broke my neck twice. September of 93 in the ring in a car wreck in 97 and stupidly never told anyone. I was taught properly how to bridge and not land on the top of my head. It's a skill that maybe 99.9% of people don't know or will ever learn anymore. I kept going somehow, but knew all the tricks that, again, people don't learn now and watch film and just copy. After Misawa Son passed from his neck problems, I thought it would stop this nonsense, but it's got worse. And whenever I talk to people about them doing it, it's, well, it doesn't hurt. Believe me, it will. I have people close to me now, Brian being one of them, Brian obviously being Daniel Bryan, or Brian Danielson, who is suffering daily like myself from his neck. It's a daily misery and sleep. And every other aspect of your life is more than hard. Although people use the term tough about me, you'll never hear me say that as I'm not and don't think I am or have ever been. Money and whatever nonsense fame is supposed to be is not worth the pain or supposed to, evening glory you get from these ridiculous moves dropping yourself on your head. The vast majority of fans don't know the difference between a vertical suplex and a brainbuster, and that's a far tamer move than many that I see now. I'm 57 and became less relevant every day, but fame has never been my thing, so most of you doing this stupid stuff are not going to listen to me, but hopefully a few do. Stop it now if you want a decent quality of life after wrestling, because that part of your life will be over before you know it, and wrestling done right is hard enough, but broken necks or death are not something you should think is tough or cool. It's idiotic thinking." Which, I mean, the one person you should listen to when it comes to this shit is William Regal.
Yep.
As you can see from the photo on your screen, that is the fusion where his neck was broken. The man went on to wrestle. Like he said, he broke it 97 and
Never told
twice and never told anybody, which was stupid on his part. But I get it. You're chasing the proverbial dragon. Go ahead and hit us with the next one. Kenny Omega actually jumped in on this and said, regardless of timing or perceived intent, the general message from Mr. Regal remains a positive one. Tribalism, whataboutism, and any other isms aren't needed here. Safety often takes a back seat when a wrestler is locked in and actively chasing the dragon. There's the chasing the dragon. We all sometimes need a voice from afar to let us know, to tether us back to reality and to tell us that the risks have consequences. The odds aren't in our favor, and none of us will walk away unscathed. This isn't company versus company or wrestler versus wrestler. This is about the general awareness and a knowing of the cost of what we do is directly related to the amount and severity of risks that we take. Keeping in mind, as athletes, we aren't all created equally. As responsible adults, we need to be realistic and know our own physical limitations. I'd have to give my head a shake if I wanted to try a twisting shooting star, but I'd never say a word to Pac. That's funny. I look at this as great food for thought, something to always be cognizant of. It shouldn't be about making it a competition. Thank you, Mr. Regal. He is correct. It isn't about who your favorite company is. It isn't about who your favorite wrestler is. There's no amount of what ifs or arguing your point. It's hard to argue against science. It's hard to argue against biology. Bones break. Spines wear out. Being dropped consistently on your head. Taking a suplex from, say, the middle rope. Standard suplex from the ropes. The impact to your body is the same amount of impact as being in an automobile accident at 30 miles an hour. Now, when you think about wrestlers who go for a German suplex and land flat on the top of their heads to bridge themselves as they come back, taking all of that impact on the top of your brain compresses your spine. Trust me, I know. Compresses your spine in a way that shouldn't be compressed ever. Mr. Regal, we thank you for stepping up and actually saying some things about this. The younger kids in the game today need to take heed and learn the lessons safety. Safety especially. Learn that these guys are out here to give you knowledge, not to tear you down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Hit us with the next one. All right. Speaking of people with necks, or lack thereof now, Chad Gable, it says anyone else's last sessions seem to best sessions seem to happen at the worst. What does that say? Unlikely days. Sorry. Chad Gable, as you can see, is in the Performance Center getting jacked and juicy, ready for a return here. Return is imminent. There is no talk of putting him back as El Grande Americano.
Oh, but I thought you said he never was.
He wasn't, but there's no talk of putting him there either. Ludwig Kaiser obviously doing a great job. The Americano is doing a great job.
He doesn't need to be behind a mask.
He doesn't. He really doesn't. Look at that face. Hit us with the next one, John. So, Matt Cardona showed up on SmackDown last night.
Mrs. Chelsea Green.
Mrs. Chelsea Green showed up as Zack Ryder first, and of course the monitor changed to say Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona is now officially signed with the WWE as a SmackDown roster member.
About fucking time.
And he was just an indie guy, right?
He was an indie god, is what he called himself. He called himself the indie god.
But he was just on the indies.
Just on the indies.
Any other company?
No. Well, yeah, he worked for everybody. Yeah. He was a journeyman.
Right.
As a matter of fact, the messed up part is NWA just dropped their latest episode, and they taped so many months back that Matt Cardona is here. Or Matt Cardona arrives. Just had to give up one of his championship belts on the indies because he can't fulfill the... But here's the deal. If everyone wants to get to the game, everybody wants to get to the dance, WWE is the Super Bowl of wrestling. It's where you want to be. Regardless of tribalism or any of that shit. AEW is not the end all be all of professional wrestling. WWE will always be number one. It has always been number one. Will always be number one. And for anyone who is upset with Zack Ryder or Matt Cardona or Zach Major, or whatever the hell he wants to call himself now,
Mrs. Chelsea Green.
he should. Anyone who's upset with that doesn't understand how the business works. Matt Cardona has done everything that he possibly can to be brought back to the WWE. That's where all this indie stuff, where all the deathmatch stuff come in. It's where all of this stuff come in, and now he's back. There. It paid off. He's at home again
with his wife.
With his wife. No harm, no foul. Several different people were
let go.
Were on SmackDown that showed up. Randy Orton returned. Jordan Grace was called up. Trick Williams was called up. Joe Henry has been called up. Joe Henry was called up to SmackDown, funny note, because USA Network wanted it. Had nothing to do with anything other than that. They were like, if you're calling him up, we want him on SmackDown.
Who wouldn't want to call him up, man? He's Joe Henry.
It's a shame because he would have thrived on Raw.
I think he'll be good on SmackDown, though.
But he gives a good antagonist to The Miz, as we've seen. Should be interesting to see where Matt Cardona goes from here. Oh, the sky's the limit, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Hit us with the next one. What we got? Yes, that was the. So, what had happened was, this is a retraction. Ethan Page did beat this man, Dr. Wagner Jr., for the Latin American Championship. However, after the match was decided, referee reversed the decision due to cheating and, of course, gave the championship belt back to the champion. Therefore, Ethan Page is not the Latin American champion. That is a retraction from the last podcast we did where I announced him as being the new. Right. Apparently, all this happened when the cameras went off. I didn't know this. He is not the Latin American champion. Son of Dr. Wagner is actually still the Latin American champion. Okay, now we got that out of the way. Here's for the next one, big bad one. So it was announced on Monday Night Raw that Dominic Mysterio is out indefinitely at the moment. That was actually a premature diagnosis. Yes, he's out. He's only going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks, and no surgery is going to be needed. Dominic Mysterio will be back in enough time for the Royal Rumble, which is what you want. You need him to be healthy for WrestleMania season because, let's face it, he's the hottest heel you've got going right now.
He's on a roll.
Dominic Mysterio, of course, reigning Intercontinental and AAA Mega Champion. Also has his harem of women all back in full force. Gonna be a big year for Dominic Mysterio. I see more gold in his future. Definitely. It's gonna be interesting to see how he beats last year. Because last year, his ring record was great. His reaction from the crowd was great. It's going to be interesting to see if we continue to elevate. Also, this past Monday was these two gentlemen, Wade Barrett and Joe Tess, I guess is what he calls himself. Tess. Are moving to SmackDown. They will, starting this week, they will be the SmackDown commentators. Raw will go back to Corey Graves and Michael Cole for the time being until Pat McAfee is clear for college football. And then Pat McAfee will probably come back for a couple months on Raw, and that's why we moved them to Raw. But no severe injury to Dominic Mysterio, more of a scare. 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks is a precaution just to make sure that he gets back into fighting shape. So go ahead and hit us with the next one. Dominic Mysterio still on top. We lost Mean Gene Okerlund in 2019. This is a memory of Mean Gene. They were talking about on Cody Rhodes was interviewing John Cena, and they were talking about drinks that they like to have, and John Cena asked Cody Rhodes, "Have you ever had an Okerlund?" I said, "What the hell is an Okerlund?" He said, "Any shelf." What did he say? any shelf vodka in a cup served to about right here, and a splash of cranberry juice, enough to turn it colors.
Yep.
And that was what was called an Okerlund. In Okerlund's hometown at the country club that's there, if you go in there, you can order an Okerlund. And that's what they'll bring you. A cup of vodka, yeah, filled to here, and then a splash of cranberry juice. Fantastic. Anyway, rest in peace, Mean Gene. One of the best announcer, play-by-play guys ever in the WWE. Most known for being Mean Gene from Hulk Hogan, Macho Man. To put that cigarette out, I've seen him do numerous times. Ric Flair. He's still missed, but still talked about today. Mean Gene's the man. Hit us with the next one. All right, so this was the Hardy Boys poking. The Usos won the tag titles on Monday night. Matt Hardy says, "Congratulations at the Usos. Well-deserved win, as you guys absolutely killed it. Maybe at WrestleMania, it's time for the Usos versus the New Day versus the Hardy Boys in a generational dream match. Yes, take all of my money. Take every bit of my money. I would love to see this kind of ladder match between these three tag teams. I don't think you could book a match to go after it. I don't think any amount of world titles, any amount of whoever you bring in, I don't think it would beat that match itself. Would have to go on night one and put all your important shit on night two. That is the only way I can see that happening. Also, I would vote very, very hard for the New Day. So, I would like to see the New Day take both sets of their tag titles. Just say. Maybe Big G thrown in there. Hit us with the next one, please. Alright, so this is a picture of wrestlers and their animals. Jalsey, Jericho's dog. Toby's Drew McIntyre's cat. Obviously Larry. Pharaoh. Barry, which is Rhea Ripley's dog, but a lot of people don't know about Marley, which is a rescued Jimmy Uso's rescue dog. Rescued from the brink of death. And turned into one of the best house dogs for a family can actually ask for. Was a fighting dog at one point in its life, in its early infancy. Cool to see dogs getting recognition. Monday Night Raw, Rey Mysterio was walking Rhea Ripley's dog, Barry, on Raw. He was sitting backstage getting ready for his match, and they had Barry in front of him. He was petting on and shit. Pretty cool to see. Kind of trying to show a little bit of the human side of the wrestlers rather than all business all the time. Kind of nice. Go ahead and hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. Chris Jericho, as of January 1st, is now officially a free agent.
And he's on the list
He's definitely on the list.
of free agents.
I think if he doesn't show up on Monday Night Raw, I think it'll be a big waste. It's the perfect opportunity. Chris Judas needs to be in the Raw and WWE, as Danhausen would call him, Chris Judas. What more is there to say? It's the best way for him to come back to retire. You want to retire on top. Hasn't been used in AEW since
a while.
January of last year, I think. Was the last time he was actually wrestling? It's been a while. Been a long while.
He's been doing concerts.
Podcast.
He's been doing his cruises.
I believe he did a couple movies. But it'd be good to see Jericho back under the banner if that's where he decides to go. It would be the best idea, if you ask me. TNA is also an option. They could use the rub from a big-time star like that signing with the company. But right now, Chris Jericho is if in my opinion, and probably a lot of people's opinions, the biggest free agent out there right now. Even at his age, the amount of media that comes along with Chris Jericho supersedes the amount of time he can legitimately be in the ring. If that makes any sense to anyone but me. I hope that come out right. Go ahead and hit us with the next one, John. let's see here. Yes, Madison Rayne, once known as a member of the Beautiful People, last member of the Beautiful People, has officially announced her retirement from professional wrestling. Rose to fame as the Beautiful People, also known as Mrs. Josh Matthews, hasn't been super active in a while, other than commentary here, little wrestling there. But congratulations on a retirement. Job well done. Enjoy retirement, or whatever that means as professional wrestler. Go ahead and hit us with the next one, John. Let's see what we got next here. Yes, I thought this was great. This is Netflix recasting of the Power Rangers. We have Ellen DeGeneres as the Pink Ranger.
Why? The Pink Ranger is always my favorite. Why?
Hey,
No.
You have to talk to the person that created this.
Well, they're wrong.
Willem Dafoe is Billy.
She should have been on blue to match her eyes.
Tommy, of course, being played by Gary Busey. Greatest idea ever. Looks like Lucy Liu is Trini. Samuel L. Jackson is Zach, and of course Paul Rubens is Jason, which I would love to see Pee Wee Herman as the Red Ranger. I thought this was funny. I ran across this the other day, and I was like, what on earth is this shit?
The only one that's wrong is the Pink Ranger.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Who would you put as the Pink Ranger? That would fit this fucking motley crew.
Kim Possible.
The original.
Oh no, you couldn't put Kimberly there. You have to be a troublesome star. Lindsay Lohan.
I was about to say that.
Don't fuck with Pakistan. Don't fuck with Pakistan. Don't fuck with Pakistan. All right.
Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes would probably fit. She'd be more Rita than the Pink Ranger with all of her face tattoos. Wendy Williams, maybe. Hit us with the next one, please. So, Bobby the Brain Heenan, this is a hilarious story. On January 1st, 91?
Yep.
Bobby Heenan was arrested the day after he collapsed on an airplane when going through his bag to see if there was any kind of medication or anything that he might have forgotten to take or anything. Police found 48 grams of marijuana and narcotic paraphernalia in his baggage. This, of course, was towards the end of his managerial. He was more of an announcer at this point. But I found that hilarious that he had 48 grams of marijuana on him in a fucking airport.
Oh yeah, you had to get it from point A to point B.
48 grams. I wonder what 48 grams would have cost back then. Probably a pretty fucking bit. For the time in 91, Jesus. Raymond Heenan, obviously his real name, said he fell unconscious aboard Northwest Airlines flight. He was taken to St. Joseph's Hospital in Tampa. Doctors asked the airport police to search his luggage for any medication he may have been taking, and they found 48 grams and some smoking stuff. Again, Bobby the Brain Heenan, greatest announcer, greatest manager of all time, and I guess not that great of a drug mule, though. I mean, he did get caught.
At least it was just weed.
Yeah, at least one up his rectum. Hit us with the next one, please. Colby Carino, the son of Steve Carino from ECW fame, is gone from the NWA, now officially a free agent. He is a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and could pretty much go wherever the hell he wanted because he's super fucking talented. Should be interesting to see where he falls. If I was a betting person, I'm gonna guess AEW will probably pick him up, or Ring of Honor maybe. It's the same thing, really. They're both owned by the same guy now. But dude's got history. His dad, of course, former Ring of Honor
I
heavyweight
could see
champion.
him doing good at Ring of Honor.
He looks like he would fit in good.
Yeah. He's got that look.
Yeah, the chest tattoo.
He's got that look.
He's also, if you go widescreen again, Johnny, he just looks oily. Does he not?
Yeah. He's very ROH.
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. All right, OTs.
Wow.
Showing everyone just how the wedding breaks down the right way. What you can't see is that every other man that was there, his woman, is no longer with him, but on the dance floor with Otis. That's why the picture has such a shadow to it. is because around there he's circled by all the women at that wedding. He was taking names and he was chewing bubble gum and kicking ass and touching things and shaking his belly,
doing stuff,
doing the only
things
way
and stuff.
Otis can, sexy as it could possibly be. I do love that Maxine had him at her wedding, which is hilarious. I believe that Tozawa was the ring bearer. It wouldn't surprise me any, but I'm surprised that hasn't come out yet. We'll have to look into that. But congratulations to Maxine Dupree and Anthony Lucas on their marriage. Of course, Maxine on the ride of her life right now as the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Lucas, two-time loser of LFG, but we're getting a new season. I'm sure he'll be there too. He is wrestling with her in mixed tag matches on live shows. Right. So it'll be interesting to see if he pops up on TV pretty soon. But again, Otis, TCOB, man, take care of business. Hit us with the next one, please.
What if he shows up as her manager?
I'd be okay with it. So, Tommaso Ciampa is expected to leave WWE once his contract expires. He has made it abundantly clear, apparently, that he is not re-signing, which means that he probably plans to go back to Japan.
Be better for him, I think.
Yeah, AEW probably be pretty decent for him, too. Yeah. With all the boys over there. Speaking of bald-headed wrestlers from Japan, Carl Anderson and the Good Brothers just debuted in NWA last night.
I need my Good Brothers.
So, but yeah, Tommaso Ciampa, it's a shame. Of course, Tommaso Ciampa will always be remembered for numerous different things. Go ahead and hit us with the next one, Johnny. One of which being Ciampa's beard oil. It'll get you drunk. Also, it'll turn you into elf-looking ears. I don't know if anyone noticed that. He's got UFC ears. UFC ears. Sorry. Yep. Hit us with the next one, please.
Nope.
Yes, we most certainly got bisexual Batman before GTA 6. First off, fantastic. It's a cross between bisexual Batman and bisexual Undertaker.
Yeah.
You think he's from Transylvania?
No.
I think he's from transsexual Transylvania?
No.
I think he might be.
No.
If his ambulance match this past Friday night with Aleister Black is any accord of what he has on the offer, put his ass back on main event.
Aleister's fault.
Hit us with the next one, please.
No,
Rusev
Rusev
announced the opening of a new wrestling school in Nashville, Tennessee called Catch. Is that what that says? K-E-C-H?
Yeah.
Catch. ProWrestling School's Instagram page notes that it will be open on March 1st. So him and Lana both opening up a wrestling school. Pretty cool.
That'll be awesome.
WWE money has definitely made that a possibility for him coming back, I'm sure. Super cool. Super cool to see that he's passing on his knowledge because he come from Samoan Dynasty Pro, the one that got in trouble for letting what's-his-face beat that guy to death.
Or nearly to death.
Or nearly to death. Well, he beat him to death. He died in the ring, and they revived him. But it's cool to see him being like, "No, I'll just do my own thing." Yeah. Go ahead and listen to the next one.
I got it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, got some news on people scheduled for Royal Rumble Week. LA Knight scheduled for Royal Rumble Week. This is all from Fightful Select. LA Knight's been off TV since being attacked by Bronson Reed. Rumor has it right now he is in the front running to win the Royal Rumble. I don't know if I like that or not, but that's what's being passed around. Go ahead and listen to the next one. Speaking of Royal Rumble Week, Ludwig Kaiser, no immediate plan to move away from the El Grande Americano gimmick, which we talked about earlier. Also scheduled for Royal Rumble Week. Hit us with the next one. Chad Gable. We showed you earlier in the gym preparing, its Performance Center preparing, scheduled for a Royal Rumble return, Royal Rumble Week in Saudi. Fightful Select. Thank you for all of these. Hit us with the next one. Jacob Fatu, been off TV with a legitimate not wrestling injury we won't get into. Jacob Fatu also scheduled for a Royal Rumble week return. I don't know how you return him in the Rumble and not let him win.
Well, I was kind of thinking the same about Chad with all of the work that he's put in.
I don't think Chad will ever make it to world title contention. Intercontinental,
Definitely.
United States, something
I
like
get
that.
that.
He's just too good of a bad guy and too good of a comedian to be a
That makes
viable
sense.
threat.
That makes sense.
Jacob Fatu, though, how do you put him in the Rumble and not put him over? It makes no sense.
Because he's a monster.
Unless you have Roman eliminate him, or him eliminate Roman, which would be pretty cool. Go ahead and hit us with the next one. Oh, is that it?
Yep, that was it.
Was that our last one?
Yep.
Wow, all right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for the first Pro Wrestling Throwdown of 2026. Be sure to catch us everywhere you can possibly catch us on social media. Excuse me, Pro Wrestling TD on Twitter or X. Pro Wrestling Throwdown on Facebook. And, of course, right here, youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. You can also send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. Be sure to check out Streamlabs for the merch store. Streamlabs.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Be sure to check us out, like I said, on all facets of social media. As you can tell, we're going to have a little new look, a little new promotion to the show for the next couple months while we sort out some stuff. I'm going to say what? What are we at? 86 days? 87 days?
Something like that.
Of new content. Be sure to check us out on like I said, all facets. Any information you need, you'll find it on Facebook. We'll update you on videos, new coming stuff. We're going to start recording some pre-recorded shit and put some of that stuff out just to get some more content out there. We've got more tough broads coming, more fun stuff coming. Points race picks back up with the Royal Rumble in Saudi. Will be our first pay-per-view of the year when it comes to the main roster. So, from all of us to all of you,
New people, I guess.
as always,